Hello, guys, and welcome back to another podcast of the CableCast series. We're back here. We're starting off with a topic on space. We might divert a little bit. We'll figure it out. I also start off with a quick apology about what's going on this week. I know it's a little bit more chaotic than usual. We weren't able to get our series going. It's not a great start to the channel, but I promise next week I'll be able to record at my house. We should be back on track. So yeah. All right. Anyway, Tyler, you said you had something to start off. So let's start us off, buddy.
This week we are talking about space.
Space.
With a C.
What?
Now, space, the thing about space. Do you believe in black holes, Justin?
Yeah.
Because black holes are not real. Bam.
What?
Soak it in.
Listen, you're nuts.
Can you
post
black
hole
about this
is an optical
on the website,
illusion
actually
caused by don't talk about it. There is an optical illusion caused by the sun. The sun interacts with rainbow light in space.
Tyler, can you post your scientific research on this?
No.
Okay, so anyway.
What?
So,
you're crazy.
Like about space.
That's Tyler's freaking weird theory. That was a weird way to start off the episode. Anyway, why not? I do actually really think black holes are fascinating, especially because there's so many different theories about what's at the center and what's all the commotion about it.
The pot of gold at the end of the rainbow is at the center of the black hole.
You're right. Let's go.
Yeah, but I think
Michael
the whole thing
knows more about this.
Is that black holes do actually get larger over time because they keep accumulating mass. So and eventually they have too much, or eventually they're big enough to the point where the size is or the density isn't enough to start pulling in light anymore, and then it just kind of slowly evaporates away.
Did you know that stars actually get smaller over time? Because they
aren't stars.
That is not true.
Aren't stars already dying?
Stars get bigger over time.
What?
Yes.
I'm learning so much.
Aren't the stars
I took astronomy
explosions?
last year. What were you saying?
Aren't the stars we're seeing in the sky just explosions?
No, definitely not.
That's crazy. I don't believe
next
you.
You're going to tell me that stars explode.
I think what you're thinking of, Kevin, is the theory of that.
Next, you're going to tell me
that
turn
might be
into
the
black
light
holes.
that's reaching us from an already dead star.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So many light.
Some stars are like that.
Yeah,
there are some stars.
Like thousands and thousands of years.
So, for example,
our sun, for instance,
maybe even millions.
It's Betelgeuse,
well, I mean, our sun may
right?
be a star, but that doesn't mean it's the same kind of stars that we just view from a distance.
Well, it's pretty similar.
So,
it's much closer.
Have any of you guys heard of Betelgeuse?
Yes.
The star.
Yeah, Betelgeuse.
Betelgeuse. No.
Okay, yeah. So the star Betelgeuse is we're supposed to see the supernova reaction of it in anywhere from 10 to 100 years. I think that's the whole theory. So probably sometime in our lifetime we'll see it supernova.
Michael won't see it because he's 50 years old. Oh well.
Michael, no.
I'm so old now.
But yeah, so that star is long gone, but we're really freaking close to seeing the supernova reaction, which is crazy. That's really because
cool, actually.
Yeah, because of the chances.
You're not gonna die, right?
No, but the whole thing is it'll be so bright that even nighttime will be half the brightness of day. So it'll be a cool. Pretty freaking bright thing. But yeah.
Did you guys hear about the Mars rover that landed a bit ago?
Yeah. Another one?
Yeah.
They're always doing it.
They're always, yeah, I guess so. Why would they just stop?
It's pretty cool.
What was I gonna say to you?
We're gonna get some photos.
I'm turning Kevin down too.
Of Mars.
So I was thinking about the possibility of just different realities in space, like wormholes and such.
Mm-hmm.
How possible do you think that is?
Some people are all about that.
Well, I'm sure there's different facilities.
So How, like, what do you mean? Like, in specific, like, for different realities, what causes
Let's get into quantum
different
mechanics.
realities?
Sure,
No, let's not.
but I took a year studying that.
You did?
No.
I was like, wow, Kevin. Oh.
Why would I? Do you really? Does it seem like?
I have a fun fact. Did you know some astrologers think it's possible that the universe could be more than 1,000 years old?
Is that?
I know. That's a really, really long time.
Okay.
But I think it's true.
Wait. Are we?
Oh my God.
You
do
heard
you guys?
me right.
No, wait. Let me. So, does time not work differently in space?
It depends. Because
What do you?
if you're closer to a very dense object, then time for you will go by much faster for others.
This is true.
Okay.
It's proven in the movie Interstellar, and that's
Interstellar.
and I remember watching a video explaining how that was bullshit, and then realizing that, like, oh wait, this is actually a true fact. So yes, that is one thing.
Yeah, they showed it
also,
in the movie. It really
if you're
happened.
traveling faster, I can't remember if you're traveling faster, I think time slows down for you.
Your feet are older than your head because your feet are usually on the ground.
Which
And if you're
technically
farther away
means
from
like
Earth, like there are some astronauts that are aged like.
Is that why they're so big
couple
sometimes?
millionths of a second more than people on Earth? Or
You think
less.
that's why they grow so big?
What?
Your feet.
No, they're just like a millionth of a second older than your head.
yeah.
Well, that's what I mean. Do you like imagine all the stacked time that like like it just keeps accumulating over time?
No, it's really, really tiny.
It's yeah.
It accumulates to like.
It's like how
Okay, but like it's
when
the
you're
equivalent to years. Oh my god.
okay, Kevin, when you're looking at something,
How long have you been alive?
when you're looking at something, it's technically like a billionth of a second, like in the past.
Okay, if you're like 1 trillion years old, then yeah.
So,
your
like,
feet
this
are gonna be
microphone
old
that
and
I'm
your head is
staring
gonna
at?
be young.
Yeah, technically, you're technically seeing it like
Actually,
a
you're gonna be old
very,
all over 'cause you're
very,
a
But I
trillion.
very
think
Very
when
small
you
fraction of the
process
past.
anything, it's always the past. You're never really seeing, like, you're always
Oh.
in the present, but you're never really comprehending anything in the present.
Oh
Because
my
every time
god.
you actually
Oh, that's
process the
correct.
information into your brain,
Oh,
that's
that's crazy.
technically the past.
Oh my god, I hate this conversation.
Whoa.
I have an entire fucking field studying this bullshit.
I don't
I
even know what's
hate
going
this.
on right
I hate this guy, dude. That's a mind blow, and I really don't like it.
Anyway,
now. We're so smart.
NASA hired this man.
Let's never do an episode on philosophy.
NASA wouldn't hire
'cause
me in a
Michael
second.
would just go off.
NASA actually, never mind. I can't get into this.
Are you saying that NASA's too good for you?
You know what
They
NASA
don't.
stands for?
nasally ass,
National Air and Space
Shit.
Association.
asshole.
No, I think I got that wrong.
Anyway, back to the conversation in space.
Yeah.
Do you know
Have
how
you
many
guys-
meteors have hit recently?
Well, there
I
are little
mean,
meteorites
very,
hitting the
very,
atmosphere all the
very
time. They
small
just-
meteors. There's actually a whole chart about like how dangerous a meteor can be.
Oh,
like it's
yeah,
on
I
a
have
scale
a-
from like 1 to 10. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, I was gonna
This
say,
is
like,
pretty
do you
interesting.
think this is like a real time like thing for that?
There's only one recorded instance of someone ever being hit by a meteor, and she had like a really big bruise on her stomach. But then later,
I was gonna
she
say,
fine.
didn't she survive?
Yeah, she was fine. Like it hurt,
Oh.
but she was fine.
I imagine a rock from space with that kind of velocity.
Torino scale. Okay, the Torino scale.
She
Yes,
was,
this is
I
it.
think she was sleeping on her porch, and it fell onto her porch and bounced
I
up
thought it was
and
on her
hit her
couch.
in the stomach. No, she
So-
was outside.
No.
All right.
How do you
The
get
to-
hit by a meteor indoors?
It
Okay.
goes through your. What do you mean? It just shreds your house. What do you mean?
Meteors that big don't show up that often.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like a softball size. It's like a basketball size. Okay,
Okay,
she
hold
was
on.
outside.
Woman
You're
who
definitely
was
more
hit
likely.
by a
outside.
meteor.
There was
You're
also an
right.
Indian bus driver who it wasn't recorded, I don't think, but his bus was hit by a meteor and it killed him.
Have
That's
any of you
unfortunate.
seen the
Rest in
video
peace,
of
sir.
the guy getting struck by lightning like 3 times in like 15 seconds?
Yes.
Because that video is fake.
Okay, maybe we're talking about two different people. Tyler, but they both did survive because this one was like 50, 60 years ago.
Oh, there were two people?
I guess. Well, no, not in the same. Like,
Yeah,
we're talking about two different people.
The one person that got hit by a bus, and then the person Tyler's talking about, obviously.
No, I'm talking about a woman that survived.
No, a bus from space.
Space.
It's very interesting
Driving a
because
bus and hit by a meteor.
Tyler, this is very
He was
interesting.
driving a
because it says
meteor
here
and got hit by a bus.
That this woman was also taking a nap, so it's a very coincidental thing that they were both taking a nap.
Don't go to sleep outside.
No, this one was inside her house. It literally says that the meteorite crashed through the roof of her home,
Don't sleep inside either.
struck a radio, and then hit her Hodges on her hip.
Here's a really good question.
8.5 pound meteorite. How big is that?
It's pretty big.
Like, it could be the size of like
That'd probably kill you.
Oh my god!
volleyball?
Wait, no, they have a picture of it.
a soccer ball.
Okay. Anyway, the
Maybe you could
Torino
link it.
scale.
Anyway, I have a question. Oh crap, that's actually huge. Okay, if you're like driving
Oh
a
my
bus or a car, or if you're in a plane, do you think you're more likely or less likely to get hit by a meteorite because you're moving, or because you're like, okay, you're like taking up the space, right? But you're also moving in a direction.
This is
So
like the
any
same
space
thing
in front
with.
of you.
Okay.
If
This
a
is the
meteor
same
falls
question
there, it would
as,
hit
like,
you from the front.
Do you when you're walking or running through rain, do you hit more raindrops? Which is yes, true, because the front of your body now has the opportunity to hit raindrops, whereas before, if you're standing still, it'll only hit the top of your head.
That's so true, actually. Okay,
Anyway,
so don't move.
I want to talk about the Torino scale because I've been trying to talk about this. It's a scale of from 0 to 10 about how dangerous meteorites are that are incoming to Earth's atmosphere. And the worst number we've ever had is a 4.
Oh wow.
Anyway, you can
Tyler.
check the link
Tyler.
that I put. I'll probably put it for the viewers as well,
Tyler, do me a
because it's
favor,
pretty
go to
interesting.
podcasts.
Yeah, I'm there. Oh wow.
That is
that
a
real?
real picture. No, it's not.
It's a gif of a huge meteor.
Well,
Obliterating a
meteors.
tree.
Yeah.
I forgot that Michael sent me this.
What did I say?
I really like this Totino scale.
Oh yeah,
It
the
says-
meteor gift. I
You
love
said the
that.
highest we've gotten is 4.
It's my favorite thing.
Yeah.
It says 4 is a 1% or greater chance of collision capable of regional devastation.
Yeah.
That's like kind of scary.
Yeah.
Like that happened.
It's the same, and a 5 is like the same thing, but it's either it has to be like a bigger or a meteor with more energy and like great. It's kind of see if you look at the little chart, it's like split into like a triangle. It's hard to explain as a 4 and a 5, but yeah, that's crazy. It was but yeah, it turned out to be. It went down to like a 0 eventually. There are no numbers right now. There are no threats, so that'll probably change within like the next 2 years. But yeah, we've never had anything in the threatening or orange category. But yeah, I thought that was interesting.
That is interesting.
What's your
Oh, just
guys'
a minute,
favorite planet
so sorry.
in the solar system?
My favorite what?
Planet in the solar system. Earth. You
Okay.
cannot say Earth.
So
Earth's not
Neptune.
counted?
Okay.
Let's
Well, why?
Isn't that like the planet? Isn't that like planet mostly water?
No, it's a gas giant.
Is there a planet that's mostly water? I don't know if it is. I don't know if there is.
Might
Is
be
there?
thinking of
No.
a Star Wars planet?
Unless you're thinking of Earth.
Tatooine?
What?
Oh my god. Okay, planet.
Okay, Michael, what's your favorite planet?
Other than Earth, you say?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's our Earth.
Let me think. That's a tough one. I've never really thought about this.
All right, I'll give you some time. Tyler.
That's so cool. Wait, oh my god. That's actually so freaking cool. So there are planets that are literally oceans. That's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
That would be really cool to visit. If I ever. Anyway,
By the way, does it have to be in our solar system? I don't know if I missed that.
Yeah, yes, a favorite planet in our
fuck.
solar system. Tyler, do you have an answer? I think Tyler left to get his burrito. I forgot he needs to do that. And then he didn't tell us. How rude. Anyway, my favorite planet is probably Venus. I think it's
Venus.
pretty cool. I
I
think
was
the
gonna
like
say
volcanic
Venus for mine,
eruptions
or
that are always
Jupiter,
happening
really.
is pretty cool.
Hi, I'm back with my quesadilla. Did you know
Perfect.
Jupiter is the largest
All right.
planet?
All right, Tyler.
Oh.
I was asking everyone, what's your favorite planet in the solar system?
Oh, let's go. Can I think about it?
Yeah,
Okay.
you
Kevin,
can use
Kevin,
your
you
brain.
go.
Kevin already went.
I already did.
Ah, frick.
fool!
There's a lot of pressure on me.
Michael hasn't gone either. Both of you are thinking.
I already went. I said it would either be Venus or Jupiter. It's
Oh,
tough to
sorry, I
decide.
didn't hear you.
Yeah. Maybe
yeah,
Uranus because
Earth.
it looks nice.
You
I
can't
think
say
Earth.
Earth.
Blue.
You can't say Earth.
I have to. Everything I like is on Earth.
Exactly.
That's the whole
Earth is
point.
the best planet in the solar system,
Yeah.
obviously.
Man, I'm biased, but Earth is my favorite.
If
Okay,
it
I have to
wasn't
pick a different one. Okay.
this
Mhm.
solar system, it'd be like the Earth 2.0 people were looking at that may
Oh,
also
yeah.
be habitable.
Yeah, I
Okay,
remember seeing
I
that.
select
forgot what it was
Uranus.
It's a good one.
Proper pronunciation.
I like that the rings are vertical,
Mm-hmm.
and I like that it's blue, and I like that it's far away.
It's very windy. Or wait, and is Neptune the one that's like super
And
duper
Neptune
windy?
is covered in storms, like Jupiter.
Yeah.
Isn't that what that dot in Jupiter is? Just like a massive whirlwind, like tornado.
Yeah, it's a huge storm that's been raging for like 1,000 years.
Did you know there's an Aesop rock song that advocates to bring back Pluto as a planet? I don't
Yeah,
know
I
if
like
it's
that song.
actually like true, but it's like the lyrics of the song. All right.
Isn't Pluto just like a ball of ice?
Yeah,
Kinda.
It's a rock.
of ice.
Covered in ice?
Of ice.
I don't think it
Yeah.
even has that much ice.
Let's talk about that.
No,
Pluto.
it does.
You
it
can
does.
just
I'm
look it up. You
picturing
can
it
just look
after.
up Pluto's
I don't
Pluto
know
is
surface.
the
enough
dwarf
about
planet
the
in the
planet, so yeah, I don't
Kuiper
care.
Belt, a ring of bodies
covered in, like,
beyond the
orange
orbit
ice.
of Neptune. It was the first largest Kuiper Belt object to be discovered after Pluto was discovered in 1930. It's discovered the ninth planet from the sun.
Okay.
It's not even a planet anymore.
I got a good planet.
The
I mean, I got a good
first
idea.
It has a
line.
couple of moons. What the fuck?
The first line that pops up says Pluto, like the icy moons of Jupiter and Saturn.
Yeah, get
There you
screwed.
go.
Get screwed, Overthrown, bud.
No,
So I
they
guess
got
it
me.
really is a giant ice ball.
Tyler
Pretty
got
much.
screwed.
Pluto's ice caps made of the nah.
Which is another interesting topic to think about. The
Wait a second.
the
I have a really good question.
If we have an issue with global warming, why don't we just go ahead and grab some ice from the Pluto planet and just bring it over?
What the
because it's
fuck?
kind of far away.
Think about it.
Have we ever made it to Pluto?
Wait a
Have
minute.
we?
Yeah. Well, the
Hold on,
Explorer
hold on. Have we made
it out
thing
of our
that we
solar
sent
system?
out.
Everybody hold the phone.
No.
Shut
Well, actually,
up.
no, I don't. Think
We sent a. I think. What is it called again? What's the Apollo
The
1 or
drone.
something like that? What was the satellite that we sent out that like is beyond Pluto now?
no
There's
clue.
two. I don't remember the name.
don't follow space
Challenger. It's the Challenger. Challenge. No, that's a space shuttle.
I have something in the meantime.
Yep. Sure. Go ahead.
So if you look at all of the planets, they sort of look like gumballs. So if you could eat one of the planets, which one would it be? Take
What
your
did you
time.
say? Hold on. Gumball?
If you could eat one of the planets, which one looks the most appetizing?
Or Jupiter.
Earth is probably like
Jupiter.
some like multi-flavored cool thing, like
Uranus.
blue
Jupiter's
raspberry and water.
It's too intricate. I feel like I don't trust it if I'm going to eat it.
So it's just blue.
I don't trust
stomp on
Saturn.
it
I
and,
have to get through a
gases
donut.
Just, like spew out.
Have you seen like Uranus is really beautiful because it's just pale blue like all the way around. There's like nothing.
It'd be
It's,
like blue
really
raspberry.
cool.
Yeah.
I got a blue raspberry freeze from Taco Bell right here.
Oh wow. Tell us about it. We'll take a break from
Um,
space.
Well, see, apparently they don't have a regular. They just have a small and a large, is what I'm being told.
Hmm.
So I've been asking for a regular or a medium for like years when I go there, and I guess they've been giving me a large.
Hmm.
I'm just now learning about this truth.
So you spent more than you thought.
Or this is a medium, and my mom is wrong. If I was going to eat a planet, I would pick Uranus, actually.
So,
Okay.
this just brought up the thought in my head of the that one episode of Chowder
I love chowder.
where he eats like too much gum, and it becomes like a gumball, and then it starts to stick everything like on the planet, and then it becomes a giant ball of gum, and it becomes
I
a
think I
planet.
remember that vaguely, actually.
And then it breaks the fourth wall by Chowder eating that planet, and then the episode repeats.
Oh,
Interesting.
hold on. Furthest thing sent into space. This will Voyager. Voyager. That's the name. Voyager 1. Okay, thank goodness.
That's a good Daft Punk
Voyager.
song.
It is currently 11.7 billion miles away from Earth.
Beep, bop, bop. Sorry.
Doesn't even really sound like that.
So I wish I knew where that was relative to the end of the solar system. I know it's past Pluto. I don't
Yeah,
know
Voyager's freaking booking it, dude.
which. Yeah, it's like going far. I think the Voyager 2 is even going further, and it'll eventually pass Voyager 1. But okay,
some
on-
people think there might be another planet in the solar system that we don't know about yet because
oh yeah, Planet X.
its orbit is really, it's been theorized. Basically, its orbit would have to be like really distended and awkward for it to exist, but apparently there are signs that point to it maybe existing. So we might see it in like a few years if it like comes around. Maybe a few hundred years. I don't know. I read it a
Yeah.
while ago.
Um,
Space.
Okay, so I'm looking at this now. The Voyager 1 reached the edge of the solar system in 2001 or 2011. Sorry. So it has entered interstellar space. That's pretty interesting. Which is like now it's like basically near empty stuff. 'Cause that's kind of how it works. There's like you have like solar systems which are I want to say dense, but I mean relatively dense compared to like random space.
Could you say thick?
Sure.
What?
Just trying to be funny.
you're
Oh, can you
hilarious.
try again?
Okay, so it's called Planet 9. It might exist. Oh no! In 2018, some scientists objected to the name Planet 9,
Okay.
and they wanted to call it Planet X. Okay, so it's
Okay.
called Planet X.
Okay.
Um,
Where's my phone? Oh, there it is. Still have a phone?
he's on his phone.
Well, no, I have to look at something. This is personal stuff. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
That's embarrassing, Kevin.
I will link. No, I can't say that.
Michael, do you have anything to say?
About what?
Space.
Nope. I don't really know much about this topic. I don't really look into space that much.
Well, no, like, okay, Michael, here, let's
horrible.
talk about interdimensional travel.
What about it?
Do you think it's possible?
I don't know. There's not really enough
Evidence?
evidence to prove that it is or isn't. Plus, we don't even know if there are other dimensions yet.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, it's always a
All just
possibility.
theory. Yeah. I
I
don't know
think
if
the
there's
whole
really
thing-
anything solid enough to prove that we can or cannot.
Well, that's why everything's new, and that's why testing keeps going to this day. But,
Yeah.
like, it's like, it could just be all a waste of time, but it wouldn't hurt until, like, to try.
Yeah.
Because, heck, people are able, like, scientists are able to make a little tiny black hole in labs, and that's just nuts in its own.
Yeah.
True.
Let's talk about UFOs.
Okay. Hold on.
Okay, so those aren't real.
Okay. Hold on.
I
Kevin, you asked earlier like about the whole like wormhole and like interdimensional travel thing. I think the whole thing about wormholes is that like they're mainly like first of all they're smaller than the size of an atom if
You're an
they
atom.
exist, and second of all I think the whole thing is that like it's as if space like folded, as if like space was a piece of paper and you folded it so like you could reach one point of space and it would hit another from like forever away. So kind of like teleportation. Kind of.
So about your stupid UFO topic, Tyler. So in 1997,
He lacks
around
critical information. Hey,
Okay,
we're
I
back.
need to
Sorry,
cut that
technical
whole thing.
difficulties. It's
Anyway,
funny, though.
go on.
you do know what I mean by that title. It's not the fuck. It's
Yeah,
not the location.
Okay,
That's like
around
I'm in the
Arizona.
bird.
Let's not talk
Around
about it anymore.
Arizona, what happened?
I was talking whatever.
You cut all
So
this out.
there's like these
Go.
there's like these lights in a V
Yeah.
shape. On like March 13th, and it's very strange because like these just kind of showed up around a mountain. I don't know what mountain, but
Mm-hmm.
like typical like poor quality camera. And then again, it was 1997. I don't know if camera quality was like the best, but it definitely shouldn't have been the worst.
It wasn't
But-
great.
Like,
Yeah?
there's a lot of people saying that like this is something that they've seen, and that there's people that are still wondering that like if it's gonna come back or something. It's like it's really weird. I don't know why people are so invested in this, but it's like they're really they're just waiting for it again.
Just sitting there waiting.
Cool.
Day and night. Will the lights come back?
Oh, look. Oh, no, that's the sun.
I
Okay.
will hit you. This is something that happened, Tyler.
I believe you.
No, you don't. You clearly don't.
I believe in UFOs.
Oh, okay, well that's
Do you?
different.
I thought you didn't.
You don't believe in this specific UFO. I believe in this UFO because it's something that I can relate to.
Okay. Fine. Good.
Stupid lizard
Have you
man.
guys heard about like the potential like endings for the universe? Like the good
You mean-
ending and the
let's
bad
go.
ending?
Heat
Just
death,
kidding.
Hog.
Good ending,
Yeah,
bad
heat
ending.
Yeah, like the heat death. Yeah, so there's like a few different
Big
things that
crunch.
could happen. Yes, the big crunch. There's also the big rip.
Crunch.
The big rip is when someone eventually farts like with enough pressure, it'll like expand and
You're-
start consuming the universe.
You're kidding, right? That's not. There's no way.
I am
This
kidding.
this is theorized to coincide with the second coming of Big Chungus, which will happen on November
Why are you
14th, 2021
Anyway,
at midnight.
Okay.
At
Your time
midnight.
zone. Your time zone. Yes, you.
You, the viewer, your
no one else.
time
Just
zone.
you.
So do with that what you will.
Okay, anyway. Okay, so the big crunch is like so okay, so I have to explain something first. The universe is expanding. Okay?
What a lame theory.
No way.
So anyway, the whole point is it's how the universe will expand in the future. And the big crunch assumes that it'll basically eventually stop expanding and then start compressing and eventually compress to the point where it's like the opposite of the Big Bang. The second one is it eventually just stops expanding and like that's it. It stops expanding. Ta-da. There's no end to the universe. Except, well, maybe there is,
It
but
really just stopped.
it would have to result in like the like half-life of all matter eventually disintegrating, and that
really
would
just
be the
said-
end of the universe.
I'm done.
The third possible ending is
Heat
it
death,
expands.
Heat death.
Yes, it expands at a constant rate, and eventually matter will be too far apart from each other, which results in, like Tyler has been saying, a heat death. There cannot be any heat in the universe. Everything will be 0
Let's go.
Kelvin.
Entropy wins.
The fourth possible end is everything expands at an exponential rate, and everything will basically start like tearing apart because things will be expanding so fast that like they can't exist basically. And that's the big rip. So there you go. I thought that was interesting.
Big rip. That's what I would say if that happened.
Fuck you.
Oh no. Hold on.
So dumb.
Okay. Let's talk about the big slurp. Also known as
Okay.
false vacuum decay.
I was gonna say, I wish this was a joke, but I think I heard about this like a while back.
This is real.
Go on. I've
This
actually
theory-
never heard this.
This theory posits that the universe currently exists in a false vacuum. I don't know what that is. And that it could become a true vacuum at any moment. In order to best understand the false vacuum collapse theory, one must. Okay, this is
Slurp.
really complicated.
Could you dumb it down, possibly?
Okay, basically, the universe could quantum tunnel into a lower energy state suddenly, at any time, and then all structures will be destroyed instantaneously without any forewarning.
That's what it says. Why are we laughing at that? That's terrifying.
That's funny.
All
It goes on to say
structures.
that these possibilities are based on a very simple form of dark energy, but we don't know a lot about dark energy. So all of this is really
It's basically saying like dark energy will eventually quote unquote activate and like destroy everything.
I don't think that's it. I think it has to do with the Higgs field, which permeates the universe, Justin.
Oh, okay.
You see,
you
we're in
know,
our
um,
lowest,
Do you know what
okay.
permeation is?
Do you
if
know
we're
the
not
whole
in our
thing about
lowest
like
energy
okay,
state,
do you
then
know
we're in trouble.
do you know why there's an observable universe and why the universe is larger than the observable universe?
Because the universe is expanding faster than the speed of light.
No, it's just because the
What do you?
end or wait, is that how you would say that?
I don't know.
I feel like that's how you would say that actually. No, that's wait, no, that's okay. Okay. So we can only see a certain point before basically the universe doesn't exist at a certain point. So like we can see like okay, so you know how I said time like is space basically about the whole thing whether you travel
Time.
faster, like time is slower.
Space times time.
Space time.
Sure. Anyway, so like we can only see as far out as to when the universe started. Basically, there's a formula for like how distance equals time, and we can only see as far back as to when the universe started, which is why
Where
everything.
was the point that the universe started?
Can I continue?
It
No.
was the Big Bang.
Well, okay, hold on. I'll talk about it later.
Anyway, everything the furthest we can see, that's why like when we start seeing out really really far, everything starts to look red, and eventually at a certain point it is just red, and then we can't see any further than that. So the universe is bigger than how we can see, but we have what we know as an observable universe, and we can't see any further out than that because it is impossible. Anyway, you can continue.
Because that light
Right.
hasn't traveled to us yet.
Just
Yes,
drink a night vision
correct.
potion. Anyway, I was thinking, like, where's the middle point of where everything started? Like, where did the Big Bang
Oh,
actually?
the middle
like,
of the universe. We don't know.
Yeah.
It's impossible
know.
for us
We
to
don't
know.
have any way of knowing, I don't think.
Yeah. All we do know is that everything is expanding out further away from like how we can see because it's all relative to us.
Tyler.
You know, actually, I'm the center of the universe. So
I mean, that's
where
like
it is.
Tyler.
Okay.
What?
I'll let Justin finish.
Okay.
I'm not actually
What I was
mad.
gonna say is like we can't
I know.
tell because like we can only see like as far out from where we are, so we can't see like where a middle point of the universe is, or if it exists. Because that's the other thing. A middle point might not exist because, like I said, like everything you can look out in any direction of space, and it's all moving further away from us. So we
yeah, but
can't
that just
see.
means the middle point's getting bigger as well.
I mean,
Kind
if
of.
there is a middle point, which it's
Look,
hard
everything
to
has a
prove that.
beginning and an end. There's no way there's no in between.
We're not smart enough to be talking about it. Any of this.
This is true.
It's fun, though.
Hey Tyler, what's our?
I
what's our
really
solar
like for
system
some
called?
scientists
Our
in the
solar system,
comment
what's it
section
called?
Yeah.
or people studying this to like completely be like,
it's
no,
called,
no. Anyway,
It's called the solar system.
I mean, technically, yeah.
I can't
I'm
get over
looking
the
it up.
big slurp.
It's called Soul.
It's called no. That's what the sun is called. It's called the solar
Yeah.
system.
Oh, the solar system name?
Yeah, it's called the solar system.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm gonna hurt you.
That's why our galaxy is called the galaxy.
Shut the fuck up. Hold on. I'm actually gonna make sure.
You're gonna what?
Yeah, it's just called. I think it's just called. Okay, what? Hold on. Our solar system name.
Yeah, it's called the galaxy.
Yeah, we just call it the solar system. He's right, because the sun is named SOL, so it rotates around the solar system.
Shit out of luck. SOL.
Our galaxy is called the galaxy. Fuck you.
That was a good bit.
Yeah. Do you guys know
Did
about
you know?
Okay.
No, go ahead.
Do you guys know about the Kuiper belt
Yes,
I
in
was
between
actually reading
Neptune
about
and
that.
Pluto?
it is an
Yeah.
asteroid
Kinda cool.
belt.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I
It's
was
a second asteroid belt.
very interested about that one.
Do you know what the first asteroid belt is called?
The asteroid belt.
Uh-huh.
That's why it starts out as asteroid belt and then it turns into Kuiper belt, because the Kuiper belt is just like basically balls of ice because it's so far away from the sun, which I guess technically means solid ice is called Kuipers or something like that. Actually, I'm going to figure this out. The Kuiper belt.
You know, Kuiper is a Dutch word that means Taco Bell.
I'm going to look up just Kuiper. Is that a thing?
What do you think about that, Kevin?
I don't believe you.
That's good, because I was not telling the truth.
No, it is named after someone with the last name Kuiper. I am wrong. Do you guys know about like how stars, like what the color means?
Yeah.
All right, I want to hear
So
your explanation.
really- okay, so when stars are born, they are yellow. And then
No.
they get older and they get bigger. I'm not done. And they turn red. And then they explode and they turn into pulsars and they glow for a while. They pulse. That's
This
where the
is
word pulse comes from.
one
from pulsar,
possible way for stars to exist.
star. There are multiple endings. And then the pulsar turns into a brown dwarf. And then and brown dwarfs are where we get chocolate from.
I see.
And the moon is made out of cheese. But
Okay.
I'm getting ahead of myself.
Okay, so
Was
anyway,
with you until-
Tyler's completely
Sometimes-
fucking wrong.
The sun gets, sometimes a star gets smaller, and then it becomes white, and it becomes a white dwarf.
Okay,
And then it
Here-
becomes a black hole,
nope.
and then it explodes. And
Why do
that's
you
called a
feel-
supernova.
Why do you feel? Okay, well that's true.
Okay, so here's the thing. It all depends on how much mass a star is when it like starts forming when it comes into creation. Okay?
Oh, I was
So
wrong?
you can have if a star gets a certain amount of mass, the lowest it can be to like actually exist as a star is a brown dwarf. So yeah, that's where the brown dwarf comes in. And a brown dwarf will actually not have enough energy to explode or do anything. It'll eventually just lose all of its mass. It doesn't supernova. It doesn't turn into another star. It'll eventually just die. A red dwarf.
I like that.
Actually, I think okay. So a red dwarf is the next stage up, and I believe those ones are the ones that may turn into a white dwarf. I'm gonna have to look this up. Actually, no, white dwarfs are after the big boy supernovas. Okay,
Let's go.
star mass.
Fun
Life
fact,
cycle of a
Cosmo M
star.
is the heaviest Pokemon at
What are you
9999
talking
kilograms.
What are you? What are
There
you
we go.
talking
This is
about?
what I'm looking for. Okay,
I'm serious.
so all right, there are okay. So I guess okay, a red dwarf is afterward. Okay, so here's the chart. Okay, so the first one was the brown dwarf. I was right. The second one is it turns into a low mass star, which is yellow, and then it eventually turns into a red giant because it gets more mass as it like keeps doing its little fusion thing in the middle and making denser elements. And then from there, two different things can happen. It can like evaporate out into a planetary nebula, which is not an explosion, but it's like it is so big that like it would consume a solar system. So like it might as well be an explosion. It'll like kill all the planets. And then from there, it can turn into a white dwarf. And eventually, we haven't seen this yet, it can turn into a black dwarf. But the universe is not old enough for a black dwarf to exist yet.
I've seen black dwarfs.
The other thing that can happen to a red giant is it can turn into if it's in a binary star system, the other star can suck up its mass and it can turn into a white dwarf that way. Then it could nova, which is like a relatively smaller explosion. And from there, it would be another white dwarf that would turn into a black dwarf. Or it can type 1A supernova, which is like... Yeah, which is a smaller than a type 2 supernova, but a pretty freaking big explosion. And they would leave nothing behind. Okay, if you have a really massive star, it'll be blue, and it can turn into a red supergiant. And then it would type 2 supernova, which is the biggest like explosion that we know, which would leave supernova remnant around it. And depending on how big it was, it can either turn into a neutron star or a black hole. And a neutron star is a pulsar. So there you go. There's the stellar life cycle. Is a neutron star? Yeah. Wait, what? What'd you say?
Is a pulsar a neutron star?
Yes, that's what I was saying.
Okay.
Yeah. The chart doesn't explain how a pulsar dies, but it does explain that a black hole eventually releases X-rays and it dies that way. So there you go. There you go. Stellar life cycle. Anyway, I think I'm going to end the podcast here. Slightly short. Okay, go ahead.
At any time, a gamma ray burst from space could kill you.
That is true.
Anytime?
It is unlikely, but it is true.
Why not?
It's never.
What do you mean?
Happened.
Why not?
The chances of that happening are like.
Go ahead.
I believe the chances of that happening to any human are like less than 1 in 1,000. But
I don't know if it's ever happened.
It can happen.
Well, at least
it
it's
has
never
never
zero.
happened.
Hey, if you want to learn more about gamma radiation, watch The Incredible Hulk.
Didn't you have a whole like
There have been a couple of movies.
thing? Like you were so interested in gamma radiation for a bit. Didn't you have a whole phase of that?
That might have been Michael. Michael, what do you think of that?
Gamma radiation?
Oh yeah, I forgot Michael was here. I haven't heard him talking at all.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Go ahead.
I actually did take my headphones at one point off because I was like, what the fuck?
Understandable.
Okay.
I hope you all learned a lot about stars.
What do you think about gamma radiation, Michael?
I mean, it's okay. It's interesting. I don't really know. I know next to shit about it, but
Oh my god.
like, I mean, it's like something, all right.
Okay.
This is true.
Gamma radiation. I just
green.
know it's one of the types of radiations.
It's green.
I
because
don't
the
really know
Hulk
what
is
people do with it. I don't really know
I don't
how
think we
it's
can do
generated.
anything with it.
Isn't it purple?
It's not a color. It is
but isn't
too
it
tight to be a
represented by
color.
Purple?
I guess. I don't know. It
represented by
can't.
purple and,
You
like-
can represent it however you want.
Michael, the Hulk is green.
Okay.
Yeah, well, the Hulk is
Waves. There is. You guys know
Yeah, well, there's
about
the red
like,
hole, Tyler.
visible.
He has a
you-
doctorate. Okay,
You
he
guys
doesn't
know about
become
visible
dumb, he just
light,
becomes
right?
overcome by anger.
Visible
visible
light
light.
is a color, but anything outside of visible light, we cannot see a color. Gamma
that?
radiation is just like too tight for a color to exist. It is the tightest waveform that we know.
Oh. Did you guys hear about the guy who got shot in the head with a particle accelerator beam?
Yeah, half of his face was like frozen in time.
Yeah. And it's like
Hold on, this is something I'm interested in. Do you have a link to that?
Yeah, I watched a video about it. I could link the
Okay,
video.
put a link in there so I can show the viewers. But anyway, as he does that, I think it's a good place to end off here. We don't know shit about space, but I do think it's very interesting. So
Very fun.
yeah, very fun. Do research on your own. I'm gonna put the stellar life cycle in here as well, so you guys can see it, because it's pretty cool. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed our rambling of space and other things like Taco Bell and other things like Michael.
He was
like
actually okay for a while.
He's a
That's
good
pretty
guy.
good.
I like Michael.
Thank you.
Yeah, Michael's cool.
I was talking about the guy that put his head in the particle accelerator.
I think he's dead now.
Oh,
He's dead now.
I think that's what killed him at one point.
I believe he died.
If we talk
because
about radiation
No,
ever,
he's
we should talk
alive.
about
He's
the
alive
demon
right now.
core at one point.
Thanks for
He is
watching.
alive. He's 78.
We'll see you guys
Oh, he's
next
alive?
time. Stay tuned for our next topic.
Yeah, I just said that.
We might do something a little less
Well, no, I just processed that.
scientific. We maybe even might go back to like a video game topic. We'll just have to see. We don't even know.
is Mario dead? Who knows?
Stay tuned for.
God,
Actually,
we
I
have
might
to
have
talk
already
about
released
them
the
now?
first compilation. But if I did not, stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for our one-off this week, and then we'll probably be back. And we'll probably play some in-person games again. It'll be fun. All right.
Yes.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye bye.